alien.
Seen.
The ideology that is one God now who is wicked and cruel and jealous. It's a alien ideology to African people.
Yes, I.
Because I had the gods and the goddesses we were embraced long before Moses even born.
Mm-hmm.
So him come now, and not even him, you know, him is used in an allegorical form to challenge Egypt, challenge Africa, challenge the pharaohs, and win in the movies.
Watch I.
He's a serious virgin, the power in a virgin.
No, him winning real life too.
All right.
Because that's how come we they in a Caribbean, you know.
All right.
If we did win the war, we couldn't come here as slave.
Mm-hmm.
Look all around, man. It's only one man, one race of people challenge him, and him never win. And he's the Chinese man.
Definitely.
You know, it's like say right now, the European is in ascendancy. But it's not just now, it's a long time.
It's a long time.
Real ascendancy from about 14, the
And
start of the 1400s.
Okay.
But when I say real, I mean
real military and violent.
And them even have a little academic thing go on too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like say them becoming into a age of enlightenment.
Yeah, sophistication reach them.
Before that, it was the victories was based on who could be the wickedest.
Right.
Now
right.
them have an intelligence in their midst until them reach a place where for them society based on pure technology. Them have to all borrow a God.
Well, listen now, all I am gonna say is that you see African people who hold on to the books of Moses as our foundation is one of the greatest things to unlearn, you know. And he said to unlearn Moses and to unlearn a hero and to see the hero now is a villain is not an easy thing to arrive at, you know.
No.
Yeah.
In fact, generation after generation, Russ.
Yeah.
Generation after generation, hundreds of years down the line, and the people them still calling for Moses.
Them say, send them another brother Moses.
All when them need another solution is still Moses.
So you see, so you see the man who born Jesus and hug up Moses must stop and think.
Yeah, well look now go work.
He must think.
Yes.
Metamorphosis.
This is Styles FM.
Remember Styles FM on social media. View us on YouTube, Styles FM Radio. Follow us on Instagram at Styles FM. Like us on Twitter at Styles FM 961. Become a fan on Facebook, Styles FM 96.1.
Lumber, cement, steel, plyboard, plates, cups, shower curtain, sheet. Then this now go take me all day, man.
Daddy, mommy say I must go a business depot.
I need to find somewhere with ample parking space, gives discounts, does delivery, and has the most courteous staff.
Why, Daddy Duffy?
Yes, Builders Depot, right at Industrial Estate, Longwall in Barnes Bay. I call them at 715-3128 or 284-3337.
Because let me tell him, we got Builders Depot over there, so.
Check them out.
Builders Depot, once you need it, we have it.
So, bossy,
what's your problem?
Boy, me nah no problem, you know. But you see how me tell you fi up on Pan Styles 2014 calendar you make him miss you. Make sure no make the 2015 one miss you again, you know, bossy. You know see how last year them hype up the sponsors them with interviews and non-stop big ups in a December. Next year I come soon, you know. And me say Styles up the thing. Call them no man, because spots limited. 876-439-5160. 876-439-5160. Or email info@stylesfm.com for more information. Do it now, bossy.
You know what? I am going to call them right now.
Architects, draftsmen, and surveyors, get your drawings printed in high-quality professional standards. We can satisfy your printing needs. Whether it is for presentation to your clients or for submitting building and subdivision application, make it VJ Printing Services. Whether drawing by hand or with computer-aided softwares, we will plot your negatives and print the copies as you need. We do high-quality white paper printing that is water-resistant and never fades, unlike traditional blueprint. For more information, call VJ Printing at 893-2266.
Good God of grace, will I have His mercy. I'm Mr. Old Slave Driver. Time is catching up on you, old slave driver. I know your sins them are on, so carry we go home. I bring we brother east. Well, come on a Rasta man, a Rasta no live on no capital land. Oh yeah, mean. Carry we go home. Oh yeah, mean. I said we settle and cease. Well, come on a Rasta man, a Rasta no live on no capital land. I will. Lord America a capital and the whole of Jamaica a capital and a long time them want trick the Rasta man. Like them no know say that man a real African. You think me no member King Ferdinand and thief in Columbus have a golden plan. Them make a wrong turn and end up in Caribbean. One genocide kill enough Indian. Turn paradise in a plantation and bring cross one ship load the African. Now here comes the thief in Queen from England. Now she come well and Henry Maga.
So the lines are open, 453-1444. And you know, international lines, people are who have the access to that international framework. 954-338-7973. 954-338-7973. That's for international numbers. And of course, the local call-in number to the studios, 876 is the local code, 453-1444-1444. It's an opportunity to engage Dr. Iman Black live in the studio of the Metamorphosis. Anything that has been on your thoughts, anything that has been in your mind, anything that you have been imagining, I would like the world to hear. Here's an opportunity to let it go on the Metamorphosis.
We not escape on the land where them capture. And me say Africa fi all to Rasta. I so go Kelly and Screw plus Factor. Say, carry we go home. I bring we brown a east well. Come on a Rasta man, a Rasta no live on no capture land. Go tell them now, carry we go home. I said we settle and fees way, yeah, man a rub them. Terror upon them. Good God of grace, will I have His mercy. I'm Mr. Old Slave Driver. Time is catching up on you, old slave driver. I know your sins them are on, so carry we go home. I bring we brother east. Well, come on a Rasta man, a Rasta no live on no capital land. Oh yeah, mean. Carry we go home. Oh yeah, mean. I said we settle and cease. Well, come on a Rasta man, a Rasta no live on no capital land. I will. Lord America a capital and the whole of Jamaica a capital and a long time them want trick the Rasta man. Like them no know say that man a real African. You think me no member King Ferdinand and in Columbus have a golden plan. Them make wrong end up in Caribbean. One last genocide kill enough Indian. Turn paradise in a plantation and bring cross one ship load the African. Now here comes the thief in Queen from England. Now she come well and Henry Maga. Century point of a century full of separation. And after 400 years me say no reparation. I know them want to kill me with the taxation. But I beg you please take me to the motherland. I beg you live on no capture land. Coulda never carry me go home. As if we settle and seize. Come on, a Rasta no live on no capture land. Watch them pan the top of the hill and looking at them plate how we properly feel. Because downtown have shot off the kill. Them tell it tourists if we stop on the grill. So come make we start a new chapter. We not escape on the land where them capture. And me say Africa fi all to Rasta. I so go tell it and screw plus factor. Say carry we go home. I bring we round a east way. Come on a Rasta man. A Rasta no live on no capture land. Go tell them now. Carry we go home. As if we settle and seize way. Yeah, man a Rasta man. I'm in no live on no capture. Live on no capture. Follow me now. That every garden a capture land. Me tell you short to say that a capture land. A Los Angeles that a capture land. A New York City that a capture land. Hey, some of the place where you want to live sweet. A thief in the land, there's no title feet. Some of these places where you want to live nice. I give them thief it in the name of Christ. Spanish town that a capture land. The whole of Kingston that a capture land. Remember Portland that a capture land. And all run a Trinidad that a capture land. And Barbados that a capture land. Tell them Bermuda that a capture land. I tell Colombia say that a capture land. And all around a Cuba say that a capture land.
Okay, Metamorphosis continuing here on Stars FM. And so the lines are open 453-1444. International lines 954-338-7973. You had an opportunity to engage after 4 years of information. Straight to the meditation. And in between, we continue to deconstruct the mythology that I think is most potent in the lives of African people, particularly Africans who see world history through the King James version of reality. It's about this character, this man that they call Moses, Moshe. His birth is one that is almost out of the movies. He must appear in a basket coming down a river. And we hear that he enters into Pharaoh's castle, Pharaoh's temple, and he's going to grow as one of Pharaoh's children, and Pharaoh not going to know. Now, what is amazing about these books, Virgin Makonnen, is that it is attributed to one male. And this male not only write about the crossing of the Red Sea, he write about the floods of Noah. This is one man now, writing about the floods of Noah. He write about how the world began. And then he write about how the world mash up and start again. And then he write about how him save some people out of Africa and how he take them to a Red Sea. And then he write again. So, brethren, is it because we were had to be learning this thing by force? Why we never questioned it before? Waiting. Because it's incredible,
Here I know. I man see it like this. The story nice. Is a really, really, really nice story. You see, when it introduced to us originally by the said European, it really wasn't so nice at the initial introduction of the concept and the ideology. But you see, over the years, time pass, and the 10th crusade man them take it up. From all them time, the thing really put to the black people in a highly scientifically packaged and organized way. You see, based on the amount of years that them been telling this story, it is well near to impossible for anyone, a one, to be able to exit that stage within this Judeo-Christian society and is still able to maintain their sanity. It's simple, you know, because the reality that them know is the said creation story. And you know who write it like I say. They said Moses.
But you make me wonder now, how is it really true that this man write this thing?
You're right. I man only talk
from what them say.
Is that them
That
say.
them say. All right, I could go with it. That them say.
Yeah, so you know, I just allow them to say it because look here now. You see the freedom I gain from having exited that stage.
Yeah.
I have a great pleasure in being able to even look back and realize it's them say that is the reality.
Yeah, you see now, I speaking as an individual who out of the boat. We have 100 million African people who are still in the boat, deeply in the boat. And the boat is being driven by this character named Moses. It's a boat, you know. It's like a slave boat.
Yes.
And it's a philosophy, you know, that is, you see, you remember we have these songs about man must emancipate himself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. And nearly everybody can say that.
True.
Everybody can say that almost around the globe, you know. But you see the application and the practicality of that, mental slavery now goes into your belief system, you know. It goes into your ideology as a part of the enslavement.
Well, here that is exactly what I was alluding to. That as the years roll by, it is much, much easier for the people to just docilely accept and legitimize those stories. Because it is a part of them believe, them way of life.
In 2014, when the world is undergoing these traumas now, the generation of today not caught up into that as a thing now, you know. Them having doubts now about what it is that will liberate them versus the generations who come through 20 generations ago and this became their reality.
No, you're right now.
But in you, them have questioned these philosophies.
You're right, Rasta man.
You know?
You're right. You see what I say? Is a truth of a truth. Is a truth for all times. I just expanding on it, you know. You see, every generation, you have a group of youth within that generation that rebel against it. Rebel against the Christian overarching rulership of the society and turn them back on it. But what the society do, you know, the society ostracize them, leave them out on the margins, sometimes push them in a way where them can hardly survive.
In the economic world that Rome set up.
Exactly.
Yes, I.
But as the time pass, them quietly relax themselves and begin once again to take on the Christian trappings.
Yeah.
As they do it, they are newly engaged by the society and the church organization of which they are a part. And they forgive them, give them back them status, etc., etc. Them start to grow old as repentant and baptized, formerly backsliding Christians who have realized the errors of their ways and then come back to join up.
You see, that kind of cycle, no? That cycle is destructive. That cycle is negative.
But
and the attitude that I and I putting forward now is how to break that cycle. And we're breaking that cycle now with the knowledge that Pharaoh is not the enemy of black people. And the Pharaoh God King has always been the heroes of black people. And you see, that I think that is a wedge in our knowledge that keeping people who are Christians out of Africa. The African identity is locked up in Pharaoh. And the Christian identity is locked up in Moses. And the more you celebrate Moses, the more you celebrate Christianity. Because that is the foundation of Christianity before the Jesus thing start. So may I insist that the knowledge of Pharaoh and the fallacy of the Red Sea crossing, Rastaman must face this, because enough Rastaman are born Pharaoh and are born Africa in that ignorance. So waiting about the notion of the philosophy of the Mosaic philosophy, the Mosaic teachings, the Mosaic commandments. Black people under that strongly. Rastaman under that strongly.
Watch I. Even the Rastaman who the terminology as him under it strongly. You have to understand, you know, that this brainwashing that Babylon come with, him never did really select, like say, this ballad and that Rasta.
No, the entire race.
It was the entire race.
Yes,
man.
that's what is distressing.
Him come in with a big broad brush and him deciding now left out not even one. So you see some man a walk up and down after 60 years in a Babylon and him claim say him free, him want free.
Yeah.
Him have not been brainwashed. It is not the full truth that he is talking. The brainwashing that him put upon the society of black people is deep and it go way below the skin.
It had touched
into the inner recesses.
Close to DNA, you know. Close to the DNA level, you know.
How do I even put it? Say it attach itself.
I don't even want to say that.
To the DNA matter.
I don't want to say that one day. But I say close.
The man them have interfered with our ability to even think. As free people.
True.
We have to bound ourselves within them culture, them language, them history. Look here. Black people don't really understand the burden under which they are operating. Them honestly think say what them is doing is a freedom
free and normal
of expression. Either from I as an individual or the group of which I am a part, not recognizing that they have actually been brainwashed into every facet, every phase of the education process. It was all designed to turn the slave into a creature most closely approximating the master. So even if the master, through the process of apprenticeship, full freedom, and whatever other governmental systems they have passed us through, it really don't matter the level at which people pass through it. The only important thing is that they pass through and take part in the process, because it was really wide.
Metamorphosis 4531444. I haven't found the first brave soul yet. And the grumbling out of the street said, do agree with that. And agree with that, and it should go so. Here it is now. Give me a link, 4531444. Or you can text me along the same number. What are your thoughts within this deconstructing and approaching the level of mental emancipation from ideas and philosophies that tie up your Africanicity, that make you deny your African identity, and to be fully embracing alien teachings, exploring this individual as who has been given credit for writing these first 8 books of the whole world history. The beginning and the mashing up and the restarting. One man. He may even write about his own conversation on the mountain. And when he went on the mountain, he came upon this Metro Golden Mail. and Hollywood now must be commended as one of the important institutions for maintaining the enslavement of the race. The movies, what they project, the theater, where we see actors as children and we think that these things are real. So to me, Charlton Heston was always Ben-Hur.
Rotted, I'm on the thing saying was God.
Well, depending on the movie, what you see.
Yes,
you know?
They see my star in our show as God, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So we kind of get our brains washed into the imagery that the characters in the early Bible were all Europeans, white people. Nearly all will get that sort of washing.
I did kind of suspicious, though. I want the eye to know that.
I never doubt.
I doubt because them a talk about Africa.
And everything,
and Egypt.
And everything that's looking pale.
And Ethiopia.
And Cleopatra.
From in the beginning.
Yeah.
When them a call them names and them a say Miriam was a Ethiopian.
Yeah.
And I say, but wait. Ethiopian?
Yeah.
Then what? Ethiopian up there amongst them people there. And it never really dawned upon I.
Yeah.
To realize it's really Ethiopian alone did up there. And them people never was up there until them hijacked the book.
Well, this is Sophia Loren.
Seeing.
And Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah, them girl.
Yeah, them girl know make Cleopatra look very white. Right? Them girl make Rome look and Egypt look totally European.
True, because
you know,
Elizabeth Taylor too, because
yes,
she did act as Cleopatra.
Yes, man, and Tony Curtis and some guys who them put from
Mark and Tony.
Tony, all right.
Yeah.
So me I say no. The enslavement is a collective of forces to hold the black people in a certain state. And Hollywood, the people who make the movies, who make 2012, who make these various things, and them have access to all the institutions in America, you know, whether it's the army, the space stations, anywhere they want to go to make a movie, to make a point, them have access to it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying now, the movie industry, the media, who every Easter now run back Moses Panway. Every Easter, the tape is played for the last 2,000 years, or as long as Hollywood has been there.
Yes.
Moses, the Red Sea crossing, the punishment of Pharaoh, the plagues, how Moses throw down a rod and flame rod get stronger, heat up the Egyptian thing them. So when the thing is done, you know, Pharaoh can never be seen as a god king of African people. Pharaoh get beat down every Christmas, every Easter, to the point that Rastafari, you know, who emerged as a cutting edge of liberation, that aspect of the brain need to be cleared up. Because it's in Egypt we know we're going to find a base for culture. We have the Nile Valley culture locked up in ancient Egypt. But I said to the Macanem, we will never be able to reach it if we keep seeing ourselves as people who want to make this crossing to the Red Sea with Moses.
You see,
it's like an abandonment of culture.
It is like this, my brother. The eye is correct. There's a thing that we as a people have to do. We are locked up in a that because since we come here in the regime of this white man slavery land, Caribbean, from the time we come here, we not do nothing to show him say we would have changed the tradition and the trajectory where him put upon. We are cooperate with him, man.
But you know why? Why think we cooperating so much?
It is true. It is true, but you have to understand that the average man, he not go question it.
Out of fear, perhaps.
No, but that is in reality. That is what him know to be the only truth. Remember, say coming through the slavery, you know, if him try to express the truth with which he came, or the truth that was told to him by another African,
death.
It is death or nearest possible.
Lose your tongue.
And when him look now and him see the book and him see the one with the book, It's like him to have a great difficulty in being able to speak in that medium, because for that he's congratulated, for that he's told that he's doing good.
Becoming civilized.
And Christianized. The more you try to remain like the Ethiopian that couldn't change his spot, is them see you more spotty. In order to be able to free yourself from that, I, Man Black, I am proposing to the eye that the journey is long and arduous. I have no guarantee that my brother is going to want to go through that in the short run. I am just suggesting to you that is a hard journey. I'm not telling you, say, I'm sorry for a man who can't make it, you know. Because the reality is that I and I, as a people, have to come to grips with the reality that is either we make the journey a journey that we actually build up ourselves as a race, or according to the cyclical nature of history and according to the vicious and instinctively aggressive nature of the European, he will come again with his slave ship. Now, don't take the ship to be a ship per se, you know.
You see the ship, okay, go through.
Yeah, it's really whatever him choose to use as the agent of bondage.
Well, listen, now the ship that you're talking about, it could be the ship to taking people to Mars as colonizers, you know. You see me now?
Yeah.
The man, them need people to work on Mars, you know. I'm a think the man them going to the prison but take out and send with them, you know. You see me now? Me no really have no doubt how them guys operate, you know.
Look here, the people them.
So slavery, you know.
Is that I man really say?
Man,
the people do not understand the nature of the man.
Yeah.
Him is a ever expanding, continually including within him conquered domain kind of animal. Him is not going to ease up. So any scenario of slavery that you see about to start up, remember, in the prisons of North America, the vast majority of prisoners there is black people. If you enter into England, you will find that there's a disproportionate amount of black people within the walls of Her Majesty's prison. You go through the land of the Caribbean and you're going to find
something similar, eh?
It is even more than similar.
Yes, sir.
The percentage of a European that exists in the prisons in Jamaica, it is virtually zero. And remember, said them man, they pass through this island with all kind of jugs strapped on to them and commanding as them walk through the airport. And them let them through. All when them hold them release them.
Release them. So what's up? The mental slavery seem to be deep, brethren.
Is that same mental slavery I'm talking about, my brother?
Yeah.
It's deep within.
And this is the foundation now, what I and I trying to get at. The foundation of this depth is in a thing called philosophy. Yeah, the philosophy that really determines your actions and your thinking.
Yes, and the philosophy that you talk of, I'm sure you're referring to the philosophy in the book.
Yeah, that book philosophy now that teaches people now out of the Mosaic tradition that they must be driven by fear. That the first commandment that this man got up on the mountain was to fear this Jehovah. And this fear now, me no man, not in a reason I'm not in. Can I try show I say fear of Jehovah is a sign of respect. And I am a debate now whether fear and respect is the same thing.
Oh, it's a nice story though, you know. Remember a man say so.
Yeah, but see, the story carry morals in it, you know. That's the powerful thing now, you know. The story them carry moral, and it's the morals the people hold on to. Them don't even hold on to the story, you know. It's the moral message them hold on to, and the message can be conflicting and oppressive.
Look here.
The message.
You see, in the context of the story itself, remember, say, a people did there, live a life, you know. A people did there, promote themselves. Remember, say at that time they were in the process of taking a piece of land that never belonged to them.
Yeah.
Is that them was doing? And you find that they were doing it very, very well against the people them who even did own.
So how is it African people now come to psychologically identify themselves with these robbers?
Look.
And join the tribes that supposed to emerge out of these robbers and leave West Africa, leave Central Africa, leave South Africa, leave the North, leave the Horn, and hold the bungalow behind this brethren with some tribe or go through some desert. Something right back on it.
You're
something right.
You're right. Indeed and in fact, we never did make no journey like that. Is like according to is like a case of grievous misunderstanding.
I like that.
Yeah, because the African who cling to that knowledge there now, members say him came here on slave ship.
Right.
I know him not talk about the one them we left in Africa.
True.
And yet them come to the same knowledge.
Same conclusion, yeah. Right. Well, the baptism, the heavy, the campaign, the heavy for the continent.
Heavy, man.
Yeah, man, heavy.
Because you see them couldn't slave them.
True.
I did too much of them for them try and slave.
Right.
And that aggressive approach would have led to their immediate demise.
Serious thing.
So they have to create a more gentle.
They call it the missionary road.
Oh my God, man, what a missionary like that.
Hey, we don't want too far off street, but you know, say just first night, I and Django them a reason, about this missionary thing, I realize, say, when the man them go in Africa and decide to attack our women for sex, women them start rebel, they have to rape them, And in the raping, is that pose them called the missionary pose, Yeah,
Father.
When you hold up the rape, it's a rape pose,
Dear Father.
Yeah.
Not DEAR. Their Father.
Yeah, THEIR.
Yeah, I do not forgive him, for he knew what he was doing. And I think as a logical understanding, him not only knew what he was doing, he was enjoying himself. I man, do not forget.
Them Levi and I know. What it does is it disempower the woman, The woman is naturally the sex person on the top of the man, You see in African culture now, the woman control the sex, Because her hips and things have to move. When you pin her down, she can't move,
Oh.
Yeah, she can't move. So is that going when the European go in from the continent, and end up call the thing missionary pose. And the African people they know who hear it. Make it look like something where we for do.
A missionary pose.
They know you say you said that the man them call the thing.
And them condemn to them kind of thing. Yeah.
Wow, tough. Metamorphosis.
What a evil man.
Metamorphosis, greetings. You online there? Okay, it's 4531444. That call was disconnected. You can try again. International number 954-338-7973. We got a few calls and we weren't really paying that proper attention, so we're now locked into the mission. 4531444. Metamorphosis. Stars FM. Give me a call, no? Yes. So, D Queen in Linstead, I see you're locked into the Metamorphosis, you and the entire family. Yes, give thanks for the connection, yeah? Irie. Metamorphosis, greetings. Greetings, Metamorphosis.
Good evening, I'm on Black.
Good evening to the eye.
This is Pauline from St. Mary.
Ah, Pauline,
Yes.
you are creating.
I'm just calling to big you up on your program.
You're bigging me up. What that mean? What does big up mean?
I'm calling to congratulate you on your program and to keep on doing what you're doing.
So,
keep on educating.
Okay, so you think
I listen to you every Friday night.
Every Friday night?
Every Friday night, I'm tuned into Stars FM.
Oh, well, I say so.
For Metamorphosis, one of the best things to happen to Jamaican radio.
That's how you're feeling?
Yes, one of the best things to happen to Jamaican radio. It's so uplifting.
All right, you know.
Congratulations.
You know that I can't blush because as an African, you will see no blood rushing to my face. You know that. But I hear you. I will thank you, and I think we have a Facebook link sometime. I think.
Oh.
So how are things in your part of the country? You're down in St. Mary.
Pardon me?
You're in St. Mary.
Yes, I am in St. Mary.
And how are things there?
Pardon me?
How are things there in St. Mary?
Oh, it is cold. Very cold. It is cool now. Very cool.
You mean temperature-wise cold?
Yes, very cool. It is cool. Not so hot.
So you what about foreign? How do you think the people in foreign feel if you cool here?
Pardon me?
The people who live in foreign?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think them feel? If you living in Jamaica and you tell them, say you're feeling cold.
They're colder. They're much colder than us here. We're just having some cool temperatures here. It's just cooler than in the summer. It's just cool here.
Just cool and airy.
Mm-hmm. Cool and airy. Cool and airy.
Right.
I'm on Black.
Yes, give thanks.
Big up your friend. Big up your brethren there with you.
Ras Makonnen.
I man give thanks for that. I was listening.
I am a disciple. I've been there since almost the inception.
Okay. So you have a right to be one of the early callers. Now that
yes, I have to be. I make sure I have to call. I just slip in a call. I know that you're going to get a lot of calls.
Yes, sir.
So I make sure dial quick.
All right, we give you thank you. Thank you for that input. Pauline.
Okay, I'm on Black? Yes.
One love every time.
One love, I am on Black.
Yes,
all right, okay.
Thank you. Greetings, Metamorphosis.
Greetings,
yes, I. Up the voice.
Yes, I. I'm calling from St. Mary.
Calling from?
St. Mary.
St. Mary.
Yeah, Bonnie.
All right. How it go this so?
I've been listening. I heard the program for a while now. It's like I want to talk to time, but it's like over the phone. That's how it goes because I don't have enough money to buy all these.
Hold on a second. You're kind of coming through, kind of garbled. I don't know what to do from this end, but we're not hearing you properly. Start again.
Okay.
Hear the program properly?
Yes, I listen to the program properly.
No, right here and now. You are hear this word sound from I and I properly.
Yes, I.
All right, go through now.
Yes, I. What I and I say, I would like to meet the idea because over the phone, it's going to be a long time.
Okay.
Call every Friday and every time talk to the aunt.
Right.
Because the aunt speak a lot because it's central for that.
All right.
I don't know how I could get
I'm going to give you an email address. How is that?
Okay.
And you link through the email. Are you on the Facebook thing?
No, I'm not on none of them at the moment.
Well, guess what happened now? You're going to have to come into the cyber world, you know.
I don't really go to Facebook and certain things. I just try to go natural. I can't meet it.
Me know. So hear me now. You might have to come to size. Where are you? You say in St. Mary?
Yes, man, I will come to Portland.
All right. You see what happened now? We're going to organize a session, you know, something where I can actually come to Portland and even come and visit the Rastafari University.
When?
Well, is that now? We're going to give you a sort of framework, but I need a link for you. You must give us some connections. Give us a link.
I can't say I know my I want to know.
All right, do that. Roll it. You want to roll it out public or you want to give me in another way?
I know, man. I can give that number.
All right, give it that number then.
407.
407.
6257.
6257. And the I name?
Jason.
Come again.
Jason.
Jason.
Yes, sir.
Jason.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I like that.
Yes, I.
Rasta, heal up the next item.
Yeah, yes, man. That's my connection. Let me see her.
I'm in the conversation.
With all manners, with all manners.
Yes, I. Bless
all
you.
All
right. Powers.
The contact.
Yes, I.
All right.
And of course, I want to remind my listeners that you have an opportunity to have your voice heard right across the planet, even up to the International Space Station, because I know them have a listen. It's 453-1444. That's our local number. And internationally, it's 954-338-7973. Let the Metamorphosis know where the I is in space and time and consciousness. Yeah, man, give me a link. Greetings, Metamorphosis. Dr. Iman Black here.
Greetings, Dr. Iman Black, and the other brethren. I want to say hello to him.
Ras Makonnen.
Yes, Ras Makonnen. I want to big up the man, enough respect. I call from Atlanta still.
In the middle of America.
In America, yeah, man.
All right. What man I say?
I want to say, I just hear you give out the number and I just call for so much respect because, you know, Friday nights now, right now, I just you may tune into because, you know, I always even watch some other television and stuff and that I have to see for later. I have to really listen to you first, you know what I mean?
Okay, give thanks for the honor.
Yeah, man, and I want to tell you, you know, how I discovered the ISL. I was riding to New York on a bus one night and I just flipping the channel and I buck up on Styles and I hear your voice in the ear.
Mm-hmm.
And from then, I just tune in still and, you know, I really give thanks for the work so you do. And I want to make a suggestion and, you know, say something to you and then maybe you could send me in the right direction. I listen to people like yourself, and I listen to people like Muta and Andrea Williams and Kabu and people like those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I have full attention.
But my concern is this, and I think it points to me also. A lot of times, when I listen to the responses, I hear a lot of proposal and, like I want to say, advocacy.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you is, how can we start, like, the information is out there.
Yeah.
How we can start to say, boy, we are going to put bodies to the thing now where we're going to meet in a physical place. I talk about Facebook. I think we just waste time on Facebook before, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How we can get the word out before we start organize to kind of change the whole atmosphere, you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, in other words, now I really seem to be asking how we can move beyond the discussions.
Yes.
Into some activities.
Right.
Well, I think part of the way, is to move with what I call small groups.
Right.
Because I think when we try to unite in this big, massive way, it don't work in reality. So I think we should begin to organize in what I call some small cells, groups of 4s and 5s.
Right.
And then have economic objectives rather than philosophical differences in those small groups. So in other words, it's almost like partnering again, It's like it's like partnerships, because we have to have partnership as a method of bringing things out of thought. So even at the level of activity, the Rastafari University, from our perspective now, is an attempt to move away from just talking about things of Rastafari to generating DVDs, objects, lectures, things in a real, tangible way.
Right.
So I'm thinking small groups, economic activity, African-centered philosophy. And that, I think we can get some ripple effect from that, more than to try to get 100 million people under one umbrella.
Okay, all right. When I ask that question, you mentioned a thing, you mentioned economics, and I start my thing already, I start my thing, and I would love to talk to you after the year, because only papyrate out there still that doesn't have our interest at heart, you know what I mean?
True.
And I prove it already, because things are there that can be done economically if we take out our thing like tomorrow, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So me know what me need for do. How me get the other man them where I listen now. Once we get to a group of 4s and 5s.
Aye.
How we go from this or no?
Because at that point, no, you can have a physical meeting, You see, that's why the cyberspace to me is important, because that is the site where we can gather small groups. That when the small groups say, we're going to meet at this X point, we don't meet to have a discussion anymore, because we've been discussing a long time on cyberspace. Once we meet physically, it's something we're going to do.
Right.
So I'm saying, we can use this medium, not for just entertainment, but in the way Garvey would use it in a positive way. We build our ideas there, consolidate our thinking there. That we say Thursday now, we meet at X point. Five people show up. And when they show up, it's to do things that have been thought out already and need action to human beings.
Right.
That's the way I kind of see the best way to use the medium and to rebuild African unity to small groups.
I know a lot of other people want to call and so on, but I wanna make a suggestion to you.
Yes, I.
What if with the podium that you have right now, you put it out there and say, all right, like how me I talk to you, me can't just go talk to you and act. So me I go act and say, all right, me I get my 5 people together, not necessarily in a physical sense.
Right.
But what if I put it out there to everyone's and ones where I listen, say, all right, we want you to get your 4 people together, whether via the internet, via however.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point in time, we're going to find a way for say 2 months down the line, 3 months down the line.
Yes.
We're going to touch base with each other then. And
exactly.
From this group, that group, or just one person.
Exactly.
From the group, touch base. And so what if I urge you to, we know you do that already still.
But go through. Say what you say, man.
Eh?
Say what you're saying.
Yeah, what if we can urge you to say, all right, as of tonight, we're going to put it out there and say, every man and man have a connection with 4 other person, 3 other person, and then little more down the line, we come together, however we want to move it to the next level.
Virgin, I have said it.
All right.
I have said it, and it is not in contradiction to what I and I is working towards, and it is out there, and we give thanks that I plant that seed, because it's through the meditation that we're going to gather, and like attract like, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, like attract like. So we're working in the psychic.
I want to say much respect for the fact that you allow me to put it out there. Because sometimes I want to call some other people and put it out there.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you know, because we have the power to click a button and all of that, and sometimes we don't really see it the way the next man see it, and we don't agree like that. Sometimes we tend to, you know, it not come across the right way. We cut off ones and
Right.
But if you end it now, I want to say much respect to the man them and everybody we are listening. I say, I could take back Jamaica, Rasta. We can take back the place.
All right. Well.
And
Brother man.
Aye.
Brother man, listen.
Yes, Virgin.
You see, anything will look like take back if it happen on many fronts, not just one. Let's say I man Blacker do, equivalent to where you are do. Each man have to do something according to how him motivated conscience-wise to move. But the situation is a real one, you know. We're talking about a people.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
We're talking about a people, a race that is presently at the lowest ebb in the tide of history. That means that when you look down there, so you know, it's a whole heap of different work we still have to do. So all you have to do is choose one of the vacancy and take up the work. Enough work, you know. Because remember, say, in terms of the building of the African civilization, or the civilization of those people who came here into slavery.
Yeah.
We don't even start the work yet, my brother. So you have to just go and go start the way you are doing.
Give thanks, my virgin. Here, sir.
All right.
And
give me a connection. Can I get a connection to you where I can link you sometime after tonight?
Yeah. In terms of, you mean the same Facebook or telephone number?
Well, telephone number would be good because I really want to have a short conversation with you still.
So, 453-1444 at the end of the program.
453-1444.
When the program is over, just link me on that number.
Yeah, man. Much love and respect. Here, sir.
I my brother. One love, yeah?
And respect and respect. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, people. Yes, I. Give thanks. Greetings. Metamorphosis.
Yeah, man. Greetings. Good night.
Yes, I.
Hearing me?
Yeah, man. The man can speak now.
Yeah, man. This is Steve calling out of Free Hill, St. Mary, you know.
Keith out of?
Free Hill, St. Mary.
I didn't get the last part.
Yeah, man. I'm calling from Free Hill, St. Mary.
Oh, St. Mary's. Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
Man, St. Mary night tonight, you know.
Yes, man. I know. I have some connections in Zion Hill.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know what, I just want you big up yourself and Ras Makonnen.
Yes, Virgin.
Because I've been one of your earliest listeners from when Styles FM just set up. I think I started listening to you at about the third program.
All right. Foundation.
Since that time.
Yes, I.
Yes.
So what
you both on what the work that you're doing.
Yes, sir.
And for the message that you're spreading worldwide, because I think we really need this kind of consciousness in terms of what is taking place right now.
Well, you know, we have to, as Garvey would say, it don't make sense. We get an education and sit on it, you know. I think part of the role of the educated people is to help others to arrive at the highest level they can in themselves, you know?
Yeah, you know. So we have to give thanks to the eye opener because we is like take it on a different level. And I've learned a lot of things and I try to impart the knowledge that I've gained.
See that?
The little knowledge, they have vast amount of knowledge that I've gained since listening to you.
All right. So that I almost complete. So you almost complete the 4-year program, man. You ready for your degree?
Huh?
Yeah, you ready for your degree, man? That's like complete 4-year program.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Knowledge can increase and knowledge, there's no limitation to knowledge.
Serious thing. And you know, another thing about the knowledge thing in a virgin, sometimes the difficult thing is what I would call unlearning, you know?
Yeah.
It's really, you know, like shaking off the things and that we used to hold on to that was so dear. That
yeah,
can be a
man,
bit
that
painful.
is our biggest problem right now because we can't unlock ourselves from certain things that have been.
It's painful, you know.
upon us.
It's painful.
Last how many years?
Yeah,
the reality people can't see.
Yeah.
You know, the logics behind life itself.
But again, with I and I out there now, things if we spread it in small circles, the ripples would spread out faster, you know?
Yeah.
So you reason with your units and it begin to grow, consciousness begin to get more aware of ourselves as African people and black people and the divinity of I and I, you know? Once we get to that level of awareness again, then we can think about civilization and where we really, really want to take ourselves as a people, you know?
You know? So give thanks to you and as I say, Rasmakonen for the fact that you have been teaching people to embrace and appreciate their blackness.
See now.
African, our blackness.
Yeah, man.
I will give thanks to that.
Heal up all of St. Mary.
No greater work,
yeah,
my
man.
brother.
Heal up St. Mary.
No greater
Yeah, man.
work.
Free Hill St. Mary.
Free
man.
Hill.
That's where I'm calling from. I don't miss
man. Land of Taki. Me like St. Mary, you know. Taki.
Same place that Pauline call you from.
All right.
Mary,
So, hey, we come down the end with the outside broadcast one Friday night, you know. So just ready for play so we hear, sir.
Yes, man.
All right. One love.
Yes, thanks, and leave it to man.
All right.
All right,
easy,
sir.
Easy.
This is Styles FM.
Planning a party, club night out, stage show, a gospel concert, or even a business sales event? Let Styles FM be a part of your promoting tool. Take advantage of our low-priced promotion packages with commercials, interviews, giveaways, reviews, and much more. We have special offers when you mix and match and bundle your options. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Styles FM for the most effective way to exploit your marketing dollar.
It's time to rock. We're going to be rocking Jamaican radio like there's never been rocked before. 96.1 on your FM, man. Styles FM. Don't you miss it. Saturday morning from 9 o'clock until 1 on the PM. Yours truly calling Anthony the man with all the money on it. Takes the way with the music. Yes, Styles trivia, news, features, and much more. We've got it in store. Don't you miss it. Every Saturday morning, live on Styles 96.1, the People Station. We've got a plan. You've got a plan. Calling Anthony.
For the best quality in sound reinforcement and backlining, Native Audio. We have professional engineers with over 20 years of experience. So call us and we'll take care of your parties, wedding receptions, barbecues, conferences, and small stage shows. Crystal clear sound, Native Audio. Our prices are the best. Call us at 871-5212. That's 871-5212. Native Audio. We make your events audible.
So, bossy.
What's your problem?
Boy, me not a problem, you know. But you see how me tell you if you up on Styles 2014 calendar, you make him miss you. Make sure no make the 2015 one miss you again, you know, bossy. You know, see how last year them hype up the sponsors them with interviews and non-stop big ups in December. Next year I come soon, you know. And me say Styles up the thing. Call them no man, because spots limited. 876-439-5160. 876-439-5160. Or email info@stylesfm.com for more information. Do it now, bossy.
You know what? I am going to call them right now.
Metamorphosis, Styles FM, Dr. Iman Block. Are you online? Greetings.
Hello.
Greetings.
I.
I.
Rapside and Nasta.
Oh, the man is live.
I say, how did I never even mention me earlier on? I said, Nasta, you got to call him because we're live.
We know, I wait still, you know. I know that I never miss about you, you know.
Because you know my song that after the I finish up with like a song.
Same, but you know, I have to come in the middle of the stream this time, you know. Yes. Give thanks, Ras Nastau. This is a man who has been part of the Metamorphosis consistently, we can know that occasionally after the program we will get a comment and a little information and a little insight, sometimes all a poem and all them things. So what the man say?
Manners to the eye. Makonan.
Yes, sir.
Honorable. Yes, let me say years ago, Asabora, wherever he is at this time.
Zine, Osabora, over there in St. Catherine, he's himself taking in the metamorphosis.
You know, we have to spread the love globally.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
But okay, I want to say, I was on a program last start up with a brethren in a Mount Vernon in Juna Jawawa Black. Health food store in the Bronx. Right? And in command for 93.5. Every start up from 12 to 3.
Yeah.
And he was mentioning on his program who's going to teach the black curriculum. And I mentioned to the brother said, you have to listen to a program in Metamorphosis, but they have a university in progress right now. And Rastafari University of Higher Life Learning.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the university that's going to teach the black curriculum. So, you know, they are showing they need to log on, you know?
Yes, yes.
Information, you know? And stuff like that, you know? So this virgin will launch a credit union, a cooperative credit union in Ghana, Africa. His name is Donovan. DC then call him Donovan Cover or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Black Star Line Cooperative Credit Union.
All right.
So I can check it out, you know.
Black Star Line Cooperative Credit Union.
Yeah, in the information when I'm gonna, you know, try to reach through the radio.
To the station.
Yeah, through the station.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason them and giving more direct communication and link to the since you link it to the site, the Rastafari University of Higher Life Learning.
Yeah.
And can get because you need to speak to the item, you know?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. The networking, the synergy that we need to move the African people as a whole, I think it is quietly coming together, but it's going to take quite a while still, as I know, you know?
Most definitely. But this is what I really want to ask you still, because of the what they call it, the Ebola, right?
Yeah.
I want to think about the E. coli and tell me the difference. I want you have to do some little like research on the E. coli.
E. coli.
If them have any form of relation.
Okay, I see.
Now, me just make fun a few days ago and I think about the Ebola and the E. coli.
Yeah.
You know?
So like an alphabet thing never run pound way.
Yes, that's what I say, you know?
Yeah. But all right. We continue to explore, and we're not really waiting on any major news agency to tell us the difference between Ebola and E. coli. I have the energy and the motivation to find out these things ourselves, you know, and then present a position that is Afrocentric. Yeah, a lot of information we get now is not really from the African perspective that will make him better. So we're going to look into the Ebola, and we're looking at the E. coli, and we're really looking more into virology. We want our people begin to study viruses and the plants, and maybe this can drive us into our natural selves more, you know. This virus war we're into, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it may force us to think more about our natural selves and natural ways of living. And who to tell? Marcus said our backs against war will bring us to ourselves. Maybe this is it.
And before I come off of the life back, this to emphasize bring across more blackness and Afrocentric movements and liberty within the world. Black race, our black people, they wake up to the reality and see themselves through the blackness, you know?
Yes, sir.
And not resorting to the whole wine or the whole teaching, you know, which is there I've been across from such time. We have to do some unlearning, you know. I tell no one them to hold on to what you are tell them.
True.
Time for them to use the most important organ in their body, them brain.
The one on top of them shoulder.
Oh, definitely. So this sound, if you got the sound half the year to my coming already. You know, it's a poem I say. Never go through the intro. I say, you have to find some way how to survive. You have to cut and clear while studying and through. Everyone wants to live in the land of promise. The land of the free, the home of the free. Right, then forget about the promised land. The land where civilization first began. The home of the mother where life first exists. The ancient mark cannot remove. We don't want no new Santi come sing around here, give it old time real vision and way back long. Ancient, also modern day Europe, Africa, and with the king and queen crown. Same place Rastafari child. I still have to the first let so I say live up with the Rasta man at all. Live it up with the Naya man at all. We are live to live, we are grow up. Manners and love, and honor to the island.
My virgin. Give thanks for the link. Here, Rasta Stow.
Rasta full eye.
I see.
Honor.
Yeah, so the text lines are coming in. What am I saying, Mark? Wait, what am I saying?
I am tuned to your program. It is very important with. It is very important with a lot of positive values. Love to you, my brother. One love from Miss Brown.
Miss Brown, that is coming out one of our text lines. Who seem to be part of this transformation, metamorphosis. Yeah, and the rhythm goes on. Yeah, Metamorphosis in contact with listeners far and near. St. Mary, Atlanta, New York City. We don't get to the call from down under yet. I'm Icon, you know, I say nothing. 453-1444 is the local number. Of course, international number is it is the number 954 is the code. And the number is 338-7973, international number. And of course, local is 453-1444 to get into the Metamorphosis. The lines are open first time in 4 years. All who have matriculated, come forward and say your say. Speak your speak. And we're gathering at a different level now. We're dealing with cosmic unity. Yes, mentality. So, coming to the lines again. Metamorphosis. Greetings, Metamorphosis. You're on air.
Dr. Black.
Yes. Greetings.
Yeah, call from Portsmouth.
You have something in the background playing?
Hold on. Call from Port Antonio. Hear better?
Yes, I right here in Port Antonio.
Yeah.
All right, go through.
I always say still is that at time now, you know, for more action and less of talk and a lot of the people and well, we from our side they were trying to do what we can do still.
Oh,
you know,
tell me how you're trying to do what you're doing. Share what you're doing.
No, we're organizing ourselves in our group, you know, and we're trying to get some community work done. We started the school and right now we're involved with work in the primary school.
Who is we now? You don't want to give it the identity of the
you know, it's the same organization that Ethiopian World Federation we are trying to get together in. So far, we've been doing a bit of work, you know, and we want to carry it further, you know.
You know, say there's a sister, you know, Sister Dawn in Port Antonio, who works in free school.
Oh?
Sister Dawn, craft builder. She have a nice little spot in the marketplace there, up at the front of Town Talk. She wants to link with the island for a good while now, you know. To do some collaborative work. She have a little farm with some Rasta youths. You there? Where say run out of credit? All right. I think I'm gone. But hear me now. You probably listen. You know Zoe Marconin?
No.
He's a virgin in Port Antonio here. I'm not so sure how to pronounce his name, but him organizing the Ethiopian World Federation chapter in Port Antonio. And they've been doing some community work, like working at the primary school, helping to clean it up and so on, you know. But I was trying to tell him that Sister Dawn has a farm out in the east there with a whole bunch of Rasta youths. And she wants some strength, but she wants some male strength. Because the youth, them at a level now which women can't carry them no further. It's man to help them now. So I was suggesting to her that she link up with this brethren. So maybe Sister Dawn and this brethren here, maybe Zim recalling again. But that is the connection we need. Yes, small groups sharing the same interests. That the issue is no longer religion and politics, but the community and economic empowerment. Yes, I go through again. Greetings, Metamorphosis.
Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah, no, I call from New York, too, different.
Oh, different bridge in there. Okay, so you're in the Apple.
Yeah, man, not a big Apple.
All right, tell me what's going on over there. I know things.
Everything depends on a keen evil level, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
So what am I gonna say?
But no, so I'm coming up on a program too because you know, being here in New York and I you know, surf the radio airwaves in Jamaica, you know. And you don't hear a conscious program like this.
All right.
You know, and I think it's something that's very much welcome on the airwaves, you know.
Okay. So what you think is the real effect in people? You know, how has it affected you as an individual, or has it?
Repeat that.
How has the program affected you as an individual, or has it?
No, well, as an individual, you know, let me tell you, it bring. What did you have a song to say? My line was so information think on your own, or else you're a slave to the things that you know.
Mm-hmm.
It magnifies some lyrics in some of these conscious songs, you know. So it forces you to internalize, to dig deeper into yourself about some things that goes on.
Ah, yes, sir.
So yeah, so what it does, you know, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with every single thing you say.
True.
What it does, it awakens up one's consciousness, which is probably what I mean, effects that you would want to have.
All right, because I'm confident that each brain can think, you know.
Yes. Say again?
I'm confident that each brain can think.
Yes.
Yeah, but it just has, it needs some form of stimulation sometime and some form of information to get it going. And to me, once it get going, that's it.
Right.
You know?
Right. So even your listening audience shouldn't, even when I'm sure they gravitate to what you're saying, they should depend on you to be thinking for them.
Aye.
You know,
Aye.
you are just there to you know, it's like providing a stimulus for
True.
the thought process.
True. Because it's not about conversion, it's about thinking.
Yeah.
It's about thinking. And to me, once the African brain is alert, man, we can recreate and we can redevelop and we can reset it.
Yeah.
You know, so the whole thing is just awaken the consciousness that is within the brain. And oftentimes we ignore our own brain. You know, it sounds strangey, but we can ignore our own brain and rely on cliches and things that have been manufactured in advance. Someone asks you a question, you don't think, you just give him a cliche.
Yeah.
You know, we just try to encourage people to move from within.
Yeah,
So,
man, and also as I need to apprend to, you know, it gives me personal pride to be here in a station and a program emanating from Puerto.
and you know how people think the port is really just a little spot where you just come cool out.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we use it as a site of revolution and transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, give thanks and keep well in the Big Apple there. You my brethren?
Yeah, respect. I'm like protective on the sports team too, you know.
All right. We'll try to find time for a little everything, you know?
Yeah, man, good.
All right. Rastafari. Markonin, you know, so the virgin who just speak to me a little while ago, him just mentioned about awareness and the whole idea of awareness and thinking. I'm on always I try to insist that African people in the education system are not told that they have a powerful organ in them head. I think we've been conditioned to think that power is out of our muscles in our arms and our legs and, you know, the physical plantation requirements. But the brain, I am saying, is a divine organ. I could say the same thing for the skin, you know. But always look on the brain for a section. The African brain, my brethren.
Well,
out of the African brain has come, you say.
I mean, out of the African brain in this time.
You know, from even that time.
Well, from even at that time is a different thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
In a them time, there you have the empires.
All right.
You have the kingdoms.
What a thingy.
You have the Mali.
Yeah.
You have Timbuktu. You have Songhay.
Wow, it just goes on, eh?
Yeah, man, you have
the Sphinx, the pyramid.
You have the people them down in South Africa.
The Sand people.
The Zulu.
The Zulus.
You know, the one who introduced himself to Queen Victoria and advised her, I am king of the Zulu, king of the Amazulu, and king of all the world.
All of these powers of the brain now. Just
what happened to them?
Yeah, or just get some minimal,
some
minimized into a little box, into a little tiny book.
You see, at around the time when they came with the ships, the slave ships, and we welcomed them with open arms.
And legs, apparently. No, I don't know the legs.
When they came with the Bible and their picture of Jesus and the cross, when all of that happened and we took them in, we started to learn their philosophy. And
learn you call that?
Well, it was batteration. But it was learning. And you see, by the time they finished that batteration, there was the rudimentary basics of a new man.
Brain get battered, you know.
Brain damage.
Yeah, man, brain damage.
It was brain damage to severe
trauma.
mental stress.
Yeah, man, severe.
And somewhere in there, the European made a twist
Mhm.
and started using more subtle measures,
Yes.
like
yes.
tent meeting,
Yeah.
crusade,
Yeah. Yeah.
and house to house visit.
And driving fear, about this thing called Lord God,
Well, you see the concept. The concept in the Old Testament, the fear of the
fear of the
Lord,
Lord
is the beginning of wisdom.
Say that not interrogate enough.
That don't what?
That's not questioned enough,
It is not questioned at all. Not in Christian society. It is just understood that you must constantly be on your knees.
All right.
Try to do your best because you have to be afraid of God.
So we return again to the source of the early discussion about fear. When my virgin was telling me, say, fear is a great sign of respect. And I'm saying to the item again now, reverence is what we usually have for our divinities. We never used to fear no divinity. And there's a difference between respect and reverence. In other words, no, if a man can do you harm, you're afraid of him, And sometimes we convince ourselves that fear is respect. But if that man can't do you nothing, it means you're not afraid of him, which means you don't respect him then.
Watch out. You see the said book there?
Mm-hmm.
The Old Testament and the New Testament.
Yeah.
You see the same book there? In at the time when them did write them story there, it was a very vicious time. It was a time when God advised them when they were taking the city of Jericho that them shouldn't even spear the dog that piss against the wall.
Lord God tell them that.
Yes, much less. Remember, say if them not going to spear the dog, then them going to kill the woman and the picnic.
Of course.
Not to mention the men. So it's after them finish kill all the women and picnic and the men them that they must kill even the dog that piss against the wall of the city that they were taking. And they took many cities underneath those orders. You see, so when we talk about the fear of Lord God, this book allegedly written by Moses, it was written in that time when bloodshed and murder and mayhem was normal and the order of the day. So it's not only Lord God that you must be afraid of. You have to be afraid of any man who have a big sword. So you see, in order to legitimize Lord God position as the supreme being that you must fear, you have to paint him with a big sword. And anyhow you slip, the sword will move off your head. Otherwise, the said Lord God wouldn't have no power amongst all of the other God them who have so much power.